I learned the secrets of magic so you don't have to, episode 2. So today we're going to be talking about the setup tricks. A lot of magic happens before the show even starts. So that way, when I go through and you, let's say, pick a card, I already know what card you've picked. And I know that because of the setup I've had. And then I can reveal which card you said stop at. Stay tuned for part 3. The do's and don'ts of magic. Do practice your routine. Don't try to perform it right after you see it. Do control the narrative. Don't give away the secret. Do practice your pattern and talking through the trick. Don't remove the flow of the trick by distracting them with what you're saying. I learned the secrets of magic so you don't have to. Expectation versus reality. Magic tricks take practice. Magicians don't show you the 38 failed attempts before the final product. They don't show you the times messing up and showing the cards wrong and everything before the trick. What you see is the final finished product where they can make it look like real magic. Yes, some things are pretty difficult, but with practice, repetition, and time, and failing a whole bunch, eventually you'll get it. Stay tuned for part 4. I'm going to teach you how to throw up any card and catch it like a boomerang. For this, you need a playing card, a business card, something like that. And basically, you're going to make this kind of shape with your finger overlapping your thumb there, but with the card. So I have my thumb on the back of the card and this finger on the top. And my pointer finger is basically going to flick out with the card like that. But do it upwards. You can go straight up, you can cut it out at an angle, and the card will boomerang back to you. You just want to flick it and then catch. It will take a little bit of practice. Again, the power behind the flicking motion, you do have to put a little bit of pressure from your pointer finger on your thumb, kind of like that. So you're not just moving it forward, you're pushing down and moving forward. And then the catch, just catch it like a lobster claw. So the card goes up, and you can catch it. Want to make some money off your friends? Here's a bet you'll win every single time. So I could have someone pick any card. Let's say they picked this one, the Ace of Clubs, for example. Pretend I didn't know that. I'd look away, they'd pick it. I'd then have them cut the deck. Then they could deal cards face up, or I deal cards face up, either way. And I'd keep going, keep going, keep going. I tell them I'm looking for their card. I'm watching all of them, seeing where it might be. And I said, you know, I bet the next card I pick up is your card. And they've seen their card go through. So they think I'm going to take here. Like, oh, easy. And they'll bet their money. And then you go and you take their card. The way this works is something called the key card principle. I memorize the bottom card, Ace of Clubs. So they pick any card. Let's say it's this one. I'll look away this time. They put it face down on top and cut the deck. I'm now looking for my key card. So when I flip through like this, I'm looking for the Ace of Clubs. So in my head, I'm saying Ace of Clubs, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Clubs. And then whenever I see it, I'll know the next card is their card. Right there, Ace of Clubs. I know this next card is their card. So 3 of Hearts. Now I'm memorizing 3 of Hearts while I keep going. 3 of Hearts, 3 of Hearts. And then I tell them, okay, the next card I take is going to be your card. And then you take their actual card. Let me know if you want to see more bets that you can win every time. This is the quickest way to vanish a ring. And it's gone. For this, you'll need a ring, and all you're going to do is you're going to, with your thumb, pull it down. But do that as you're blowing, and it makes it look like the ring completely disappears. So something I've kind of realized with cards and stuff, most people don't understand poker. So I'm going to teach you guys poker hands from the lowest value to the highest. If you just have like 5 random cards that don't match, this is called a high card. Whatever the highest card is, that's what you get. Next up, if you have a pair, that's a little bit higher than a high card. Next, if you have 2 pairs, that's the next one up. Then would be 3 of a kind. Then is a straight, so you have 5 cards going up in value sequentially, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or something like that. Then is a flush, you have 5 cards of the same suit. Then is a full house, it's 3 of one card and 2 of another. After that, we have 4 of a kind, so 4 of one card and an extra. Then we have the second highest, which is a straight flush, which is 5 cards in order of the same suit. And finally, the best hand in the game of poker is a royal flush. So you have 5 cards sequentially of the royal cards. So it's a 10, jack, queen, king, and ace of any suit. And that's the hands of poker. I learned the secrets of magic so you don't have to, episode 4. So lots of times, connecting from one point to another isn't the best way. Rather than going from point A to point B, I can go from point A to C to D to B. And that makes it more confusing and more fooling. Yes, it might be extra work, but the end result could be worth it. For example, I can take a card, put it into the deck, and then pull it out of my pocket. Or I can take a few extra steps to make a trick even more fooling than it originally might have been. And with a little bit of extra effort, be able to even fool most magicians with different tricks and still achieve the exact same effect. Make sure to stay tuned for part 5. Watch this video or I'll fill your mouth with Q-tips. I'm going to teach you how to do a one-handed fan. For some reason, people don't understand how this works. Get a deck of cards, and you're going to make like a lobster claw with this. And basically, you're going to pinch together and slide your thumb up as your fingers go down. But do that while you're holding the cards, so kind of like this. And then from the side, it'll look like you're fanning out the cards. And now you know how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to take a coin and be able to put it through a table and make it come out the other side. This can be done with a signed coin, a borrowed coin, whatever you want. Set the coin on the table, have your hand or your lap here ready, and in the motion of grabbing the coin, what you're going to do is you're just going to pull it off the table into that hand, but keep your fingers together and make it look like you're picking it up. With your fingers together, it'll be good, and this coin is hidden. Then you're going to go over the table like this, and the coin in this hand, I'm just going to tap it on the table as I tap with this hand to make it look like I'm holding it. And then the coin's like this on the table. Last second, I'm just gonna flatten it. And that's what's gonna make the sound to make it look like it goes through the table. Something that's important to every magician is the use of misdirection. Misdirection isn't always, look over there, as I'm doing something here. Sometimes misdirection can be as simple as me asking you a question, which will cause you to look up. Most misdirection is actually done right in front of you. It's not causing you to look somewhere else. It's done right in front of your face. Comment down below if you want some examples and I'll make another video. One thing that's important for Magic is using good quality cards. This isn't plugged in. Most people don't realize there's different qualities or consistency of cards. Some are thicker than others, some are thinner. Bicycle playing cards are usually a good bet. Cards that say they're made out of plastic don't typically work as well. This is squishier than I remember. And then you can also get into picking cards that match your clothing or whatever you're wearing. Wearing a red shirt? Use red playing cards. Going for a more classy establishment? We got cards for that too. Some cards never get used because people's hands are grimy and I'm not letting them touch my $30 cards. Peasants. You don't always have to get expensive cards, but as long as you're using good quality ones, you'll be able to do just fine. What most people don't tell you when you're first becoming a magician is how many different routes you can take. Most people have this idea of magician in their head, like Chris Angel or a kid's magician or something like that. But there's so many different ways. There's the stage magicians, there's the close-up magicians, there's kid magicians, which I personally don't know any, but I know there's some. There's street magicians. There's so many different routes. But then from there, you can do different things. You can either be the performer, you can be a consultant, you can be a teacher, whatever. You can create magic tricks and sell them that way. There's so many other avenues of magic that 99% of people don't actually know about. Magic props are expensive. Like, what do you mean I gotta pay $10,000 for a basic stage illusion? Even close-up magic props are still expensive. Like, this is a really good magic trick, but it costs over $100. Playing cards are usually the cheapest way to go. That is, at least they are until you get hundreds of them and are addicted. I'm going to teach you how to take 3 coins here. So we got 2 50-cent coins and a penny, and we're going to make the penny actually disappear. For this, you will need the 3 coins, either a penny and then 2 quarters. I'm using 2 50-cent coins, they're a little bit bigger. And you're going to stack them like a sandwich or an Oreo or whatever you want to do. So you have the bigger coin, the penny, then a bigger coin. Then I'm going to pick it up with my fingers here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to release with my middle finger the pressure, or my pointer finger, whichever one's holding on, the pressure on that bottom coin on that side, so it's going to drop. And what's going to happen is when I drop it, it's going to flip over onto that penny. That penny is under that coin. But if I only drop one side of it, this side is going to fall, and in the air is going to flip. So you want a little bit of space. You don't want your hands too close. You want time, that way it flips over. And then it'll look like the penny completely disappeared. Magic props are expensive. It's definitely a lot cheaper to just make your own. But in order to do that, you have to be decent at arts and crafts. I've made tons of personal magic gimmicks. I find it to be a satisfying process, being able to do the arts and crafts and actually make stuff out of it that looks pretty dope. But it is a little difficult having giant hands trying to use needle and thread, especially if it's invisible thread. I learned the secrets of magic so you don't have to. Episode 5. Sleight of hand is a very important part of magic, and most people assume all magic is sleight of hand, but this isn't quite true. What is important though is that the sleight of hand you do know how to do, you do well enough to hide so your spectators don't know what they're looking for. Whether you're doing simple sleight of hand or even something more difficult, the more sleights you learn, the more tools you have in your repertoire to achieve different effects. Make sure to follow up for part 6. I'm going to teach you how to take a playing card and use a book to make it change into a different card. For this, you'll need two things. You'll need a book and 2 playing cards. Put 1 playing card in the upper quarter to third of the book, right next to the page, kind of like that. You're not going to be riffling where that card is. You're going to be riffling kind of below it. Then take the other card that looks different, and as you're riffling through, you want to throw it in the lower half of the book, like that, as you're riffling. Because what's going to happen is as you riffle through, it's going to make that top one shoot out, just like that. Sometimes you can get it to even come out further. Then it's just timing. So you want to throw this in as you're here, and then be able to get your hand out of the way so the other card can shoot out. All together, it looks kind of like that. I'm going to teach you how to do a one-handed cut with playing cards. This is called a Charlier cut. Basically, you're going to hold the deck at your fingertips with your middle and ring finger on the side, your pointer finger at the top, and your pinky at the bottom on kind of an elevated space here. Your thumb is going to contact the deck at the side and kind of push up about half the deck, or release the bottom half, and your other finger's going to relax and let it fall. Then your pointer finger is going to curl under the deck and push this packet up until it goes past the other one, and the other packet is resting on your pointer finger. Move your pointer finger out of the way, and you can close. And that's how you do a one-handed cut. I'm going to teach you how to do a one-handed cut with playing cards. This is called a scissor cut, and it's called that because it looks like a pair of scissors. For this, you're going to hold the deck at your fingertips with your pointer finger at the top, pinky at the bottom, middle and ring finger on the side in kind of an elevated position. Your thumb is going to come by your pinky and contact the bottom here and pull off the top half of the deck, kind of like that. That was a bigger chunk. And you're basically going to rotate it around your pointer finger and use your pointer finger as a pivot point. You're going to go all the way out until that corner clears the other one. Then you can pull it under and then close it and push them back together. Done at speed. Looks like that. I'm going to teach you how to take any hat and make it into a Mary Poppins bag. So you know the scene in Mary Poppins where she reaches in the bag and just keeps pulling stuff out and it goes on forever? You can do that with your hat. From the front, it looks great. And if you want to, you can even pull things out. For this, you'll need 2 things: an arm and a hat. You're going to want the spectators right in front of you. But from the side, here's how it looks. You're going to reach into the hat. You can have something there already. Like you want to grab like a coin or something out of it, have it already in the hat, and you're just going to put your hand on there. And basically, you're going to bring your hat towards you as your elbow goes back, and you're going to go straight to your shoulder at an angle here, like that. So you're kind of doing like this T-Rex arm thing here. From the front, your arm's completely hidden. Then from here, you extend back out the way you came and extend your arm, and you can pull out whatever you want out of your hat. Or if you're just making your arm disappear and then reappear, you can do that as well. This is best done quickly. Kind of like that. Practice in the mirror a few times and you'll get where it looks great. I learned the secrets of magic so you don't have to. Part 6. Visual magic tricks are some of the best ones that you can do. They're usually quick and eye-catching. They're a good way to really draw in your audience to begin with. And if people can see the magic happen with their own eyes, it blows their mind even more. Now this isn't saying only rely or only do visual tricks, but they're definitely a good way to get started. I'm going to teach you how to take any card and make it disappear. This is called a back palm, and it's called that because you're palming it on the back of your hand. For this, you're going to take a playing card, business card, whatever you want to use, and you're going to make like a rock out symbol with your hand and put the card kind of in there. Then your fingers are going to contact the card here, kind of where your knuckles are on the sides, and your middle and ring finger here are just going to extend, with your side fingers being a pivot point. So the card's going to extend to the back of your hand. From here, you're just going to pinch your pointer finger and pinky closed around those corners. So the card's going to kind of arch, but it's going to hide from the front. Do this in motion, and it'll look like the card disappears. I'm going to teach you how to look dope with a deck of playing cards. This is called an Ender's Go-Around. It's a one-handed cut in the air. Hold the deck like this with your pointer, middle, and ring finger on one side, your pinky on the bottom, and your thumb on the other side. You're going to curl your middle and ring finger behind the deck, and this part you're going to drop into your palm. So you're holding the deck kind of like this, making a 90-degree angle with your palm, with your fingers curled behind. Your pointer finger is then going to pull off about half the deck, and you're going to pull it past those fingers. Your middle and ring finger here are going to push up as well to flatten that so it's perpendicular with the other one. Then you're going to toss your hand up as you spin and let go of this packet, and it'll go in the air. While you're doing that, the other packet that you have here, you want to flatten in your hand so you can have this one land right on top of it. All together at speed, it looks like that. I'm going to teach you to throw a playing card behind your back and catch it. So with this, what you're doing, you'll need the deck of cards, and you're going to take your thumb and you're going to push off the top card, and as your wrist flicks, you're flicking the card like this with your thumb. So the card will go up. You're going to be doing that in the motion of going behind your back. So I'm going behind my back, pushing the card off, and as I flick up, I'm going to be throwing this card up. Get a little momentum behind that, and you'll be able to get it to go to in front of you. Then you just have to practice catching it. Make your hand like a lobster claw, and try to move under the playing card. It will take some practice. But if you keep practicing, you'll get where you can get it. Maybe even catch the card with the same hand you threw it with. I'm going to teach you how to take a twisted rubber band and be able to magically untwist it. For this, you'll need a rubber band, and what you're going to do is you're going to put it on your pointer finger, and you're going to twist it 360 degrees, and then put it on your thumb. Then with your other hand, you're going to come in and grab where the twist is and pull out. As you're doing that, your thumb is going to come up and then back down, kind of in a loop there, and that's going to untie the rubber band. Add a little bit of effect as you pull and make it look like you're magically untwisting the rubber band.